welcome once again to the Friday Beer Break, brought to you by the Toronto Festival of Beer, coming up very soon, actually.
Very soon.
July 26th through the 28th. Today, I love them, I hate them. It's Beau's. I love them because consistently they make fantastic beer.
Yep.
I hate them because they won Collaboration Nation at Session Toronto with their Tom Green, their Milk Stout.
Milk Stout.
And I am super, it was, dude, like fantastic beer. Like the Milk Stout was amazing. But I was just, and you were a bit surprised by this too, like on a really hot day, people were going nuts about the stout, but you can tell that beer, that's a great winter session beer. Like Christmas break, I can see myself sitting by the fire, drinking it, pretending to be a responsible
Sucking
parent.
on a couple of Tom Greens.
Yeah, sucking on a couple of Tom Greens, doing my best Drew Barrymore impression.
Oh.
So what do you, that's a little joke from 1999 for all you kids out there. What do you got today from Beau's?
So today from Beau's we got a product. This is just into the LCBO. It arrived yesterday into most of the LCBOs. It's Opa's Gose. So
Opa's Gose.
Gose beer, which is they're calling it an heirloom type beer, which is great because the hipsters are going to be all over that with their purple tomatoes and their black carrots and their rainbow celery.
Did you know that purple potatoes, like the blue potatoes, the Russian blues, they actually contain the same vitamins that a blueberry contains? There you go. Really high in antioxidants.
I was about to say antioxidants. Anyway, so the style is an old German style. It's they're calling it an heirloom style of beer, which is great for hipsters because I know you love your heirloom stuff. And so what it is the style of beer from Leipzig is where it originated from. And the natural water there back in the day was actually a little salty. It wasn't like seawater salty. It was more just like very, very, very soft water. It had some mineraliness to it, but it actually did have a little bit of a mouthfeel from the saltiness. So when people would try and change, like replicate the beer someplace else, they found that it didn't work right unless they actually salted the beer. So this beer actually...
So they make it and then you put salt in?
They salt the water before they start the process.
How do you make salt water? You just mix salt in with the water?
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right then.
Maverick and Gose, which was a collaboration between Amsterdam and Great Lakes, was just at the LCBO a while ago. It also was a Gose beer, which they used pink Himalayan salt.
So all Gose beers are salted water, but they're not necessarily one specific style.
No, Gose beers are one style.
Okay.
There's a bit of variance in color.
I was wondering whether you could make like a lager with salt
like
water.
a Gose lager or something?
Yeah.
I mean, you could. And in fact, in England, they talk about Burtonizing water, which is adding mineral content to the water to make it similar to the water that would have been in Burton-upon-Trent. So anyway, we're getting off topic here. Gose beer, this is Beau's version of it. It's in the LCBO now. It came out yesterday, and it comes with this little guy. And what this is, some people, when they make Gose beers, make them very salty. Some people make them almost not salty at all. And Beau's has sorted you out. If you're not sure where you stand on it, they've provided you with a little packet of salt. So you can salt your own beer. You can make it saltier. If you like your Gose beer like your pretzels, Beau's has got your back. So let's give this a go.
Now, this is part of that like exclusive like series that they're doing. They've done tons of different types of beer. I wanted to try that Bogfather, which is like their really strong bog water like gruit that they did, but sadly never got to get in on that stuff.
I think you're talking about the Wild Oats series, and I don't know if they're counting this as one of the Wild Oats or not. Oh yeah, there it is, right there, Wild Oats series number 5. But this is the first one of them. I'm going out on a limb here that's in the LCBO. They've had other seasonal stuff like the bog water gets into the LCBO. But of the Wild Oats, I believe.
And that Strong Patrick they made, they're Irish red for St. Patrick's Day. That was pretty great too.
With the Mexican wrestler.
Oh yeah, which I didn't understand at first.
Yeah.
Is Strong Patrick like a famous luchador? When I actually went to Mexico for my sister's wedding, that was the one thing I wanted to do, was go to Lucha Libre. And when I was asking the guy who worked at the resort, he's like, "You don't want to go there." And I was like, "Okay, dude, I'll trust you."
That's wild. So yellow. It's pretty much perfectly clear. Give it a bit of a smell.
It doesn't smell anything like different.
No, I mean salt doesn't have really an aroma unless it's like
not the salt I get.
You're one of your Himalayan fellows, aren't you?
It's just got a unique flavor. I'm not noticing. No, wait, no.
A little salty on the end, eh?
At the end, yeah.
So I'm getting definitely some sweetness from the malts. It's funny. Like, it's bready almost, like there's some live yeastiness to it. And then this like sort of, it's not salty, but
I don't know what it is, but when I was a kid, like we grew up in Belgium, because it was a NATO base, right? Mm-hmm. Every fall, the German section would do this big like lantern walk, and I don't remember what it was, but they gave you a big loaf of bread at the end of it, and it was salted, like almost like pretzel bread. And the smell and the taste of this is like almost identical.
Gently sweet, a little bit of hoppiness to it.
And this would be great on like a summer day because the saltiness would keep you hydrated.
Yeah, it would.
That's right.
It totally would. Yeah, it's
antioxidants, and chemistry, and water retaining.
What do we got to change our show? It's going to be like
we got to get a rocket ship in and do something about physics later on.
the health show now.
Is there like a space beer?
I was saying to Flying Monkeys, because they do a lot of collaborations with famous people, that they needed to reach out to Chris Hadfield and do like a space beer and use Galaxy hops. I thought would be awesome.
Oh,
Make note, guys.
marketing.
But anyway, so Gose beer, really interesting style. Not your usual beer, but very approachable. I think just about anybody could drink this. I'm gonna give a quick little whirl with some
I
of
don't
this.
want any more salt in mine.
If I can.
Sorry. Is this going to be at the Toronto Festival of Beer?
Yeah. From what I understand, it will.
That
be.
is weird.
Yeah, look, it caused, well, what happens?
It caused a chemical reaction.
No, it caused a carbonation effect.
Which is a chemical reaction.
Have you ever noticed that sometimes you'll see, and you can even see it here, there's a really big lump of salt that's kicking off a lot of carbonation, and sometimes you'll see a spot on a glass where there's bubbles, it looks like coming out of the glass. What that is there's an imperfection there, and it creates a tension area where the carbon dioxide that's in suspension can use that surface area to come out of suspension, and that's just what happened with the salt. I just introduced a whole bunch of little tiny surfaces that the carbon dioxide was able to release off of. I'm gonna use my BB Barfly to give it a little stir, blow a bubble. No, but
Does that actually work sometimes? This has been a day of disappointments.
whew, that's pretty salty. Whoa!
All right, so there you go. What's the name of it again?
This is Beau's Opa's Gose. It's in the
Opa's
LCBO
Gose.
right now. They'll be at the Toronto Festival of Beer. Totally worth checking out. We say this every time. Some of the friendliest people you're going to meet.
Some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. Great beards at Beau's as well.
A lot of great. Their graphic designer he's got a beard. Let me tell you, Jordan. Nice beard. Toronto Festival of Beer,
July 26th through to the 28th.
28th. Coming up real soon.
Yes.
I'm really excited. De La Soul Friday night.
We're professionals.